So 2024 is almost over, and so I wanted to share one key learning that I received this year because it's really shaped how I'm approaching life, work, and just anything going forward. And that's exactly what I've written here. I realized how much I didn't know, and I realized how dumb I actually was. And just to give you the backstory that I have here, like coming out of high school, I got pretty good grades and I got into med school afterwards. And I thought, I knew how to study. I knew, most things about life. And it wasn't the case until I actually started working and I stood next to giants and they've been at the study game, the business game, or whatever game for much longer than I have. And just seeing the disparity in skill really opened my eyes to how little I knew. And this experience really sent me from like Mount Stupid to the Valley of Despair. And basically these terms are 2 points on the graph called the Dunning-Kruger effect, which is basically a scientific phenomenon, I can't say that word, that says that when you gain a little bit of skill, you have a huge spike in confidence. And that's why dumb people think they're smart. And honestly, I was in that case. But after Mount Stupid, you end up in the Valley of Despair, which is when you develop your skills slightly a bit more, you have a massive drop in confidence, and this is where you end up like depressed, basically. So that's where I am at right now. But the goal is obviously just to, work, like continue to push forward because it's inevitable. Everyone goes through this. And that's something I learned definitely the hard way. And obviously, like initially I thought it was just studying, but I've realized that the habit of being wrong applied to YouTube, business, and just like everything in general. And so now, going to 2025, I've really entered the season of being wrong. And this is a mindset that has really been like helpful for me. Like it's very easy to look at this and, you're being too harsh on yourself and whatever. But I think like if you were being real, like if I was being real to myself, then this is definitely a valid mindset because that reflects reality. And it's better to have the harsh truth as opposed to a comforting lie. And so that's why I've entered the season of being wrong. But obviously, with the Valley of Despair entering the season of being wrong, it doesn't matter if you're there as long as you get up and ensure that each mistake only happens once, which is I've written here. And so to become the best version of myself, I really need to remind myself how much I don't know. And this is a continual process because oftentimes in life, like it's very easy to lie to ourselves and say, I know everything. And that's what I did for the longest time. But it didn't serve me. That's where I basically did not grow at all. And there's some comments that my mentor left me, which is, he was reflecting on this thing that I wrote here. And he was like, the moment you believe you're good enough is the moment you stop growing. So exactly what I just mentioned. And yeah, you stop your journey to become the best version of yourself. And for those you care most about, as well as those who depend on you. And so it's very tragic that I was going down that path, thinking that I knew everything, because it would have been very dangerous if I just kept going down that path. And you get beat by others. I mean, like, of course, that's a natural consequence when, you get too cocky, too confident in whatever you're saying. But ultimately, like, you're never going to be fulfilled. Even though, like, you think you'll be fulfilled. Like, I thought I would be fulfilled by thinking I was right all the time. But eventually, the truth hits. And that is the antithesis of fulfillment. So from now on, I'm entering the season of being wrong, and I've realized how much I don't know, which is honestly empowering because it's giving me the motivation to find out why I'm wrong and improve from there. So that's a core lesson that I've learned in 2024, to realize how much I don't know.